Good evening. Guess who? Me again, doing my thing again. I'm about to head out to Cincinnati, actually Mason, Ohio. It is 11 p.m. It is 80 degrees. Once again, I'm sweating already. Headed to Mason, Cincinnati, where I plan on starting an attempt to do a bun burner, Iron Butt Bun Burner, with a few very interesting stops along the way. If you've seen my last video, you'll have an idea of what might be included in that. But yeah, I'm about to try this, see how things go. But I have at least 8 hours of riding ahead of me tonight just to get to the Cincinnati area from Maryland. And after I do that bun burner and end up back in Cincinnati, I have to head all the way back here. So it's going to be an interesting ride. I'm going to do my best to share the majority of it with you. And in the meantime, y'all stay cool, because I'm going to do my best to stay cool. But I'm going to get out of here and get started. Peace. I just gassed up. Did I get a receipt? Of course I didn't get a receipt. So I went in and got the receipt. But anyway, this is the official start for me leaving from home. But like I said, I got about 8 hours of riding to get to Cincinnati. But the bun burner doesn't start until tomorrow. So this is all just pre-fun. This is 8 hours of pre-fun. So in the meantime, let me show you the bike real quick. Still has some dirt from the last trip. Sorry to say. Not the last full, Iron Butt trip, but from the last local ride, couple of the local rides I did. Anyway, let's take a look real quick. And you know what, by the way, a number of people always ask me about how to put a helmet on this bike. Just get one of these hooks. I got a few of them actually. And you just clip it there. Works really well. Anyway, that's my baby, Junior. And we're about to kick it. Alright, I'm all set with the nighttime riding gear. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, alright, I gotta get out of here. I'll talk to you on the road. Jesus! Taking a quick break, grabbed a little bit of coffee, stopped at the Oak Barrel. There's some nice people out here inside. There's also some people sitting in the car out here getting high. So I'm getting a little contact while I'm out here trying to get my coffee. So, you what you gotta do. So, yeah, we're running pretty well so far. It's definitely dark out. And we're riding with the trucks. But all good so far. Forgot what the mileage is, but I really just needed a few sips of this. I'm not going to drink. I only got a half a cup, and I'm not even going to drink the whole thing. Just to give me a little boost to keep going. So, I'll check in with you at the next stop. And all is going well so far. Cool. Peace. Talk to you soon. Coffee? Have some. Alright, here's something fun. As I'm enjoying my beverage. Somewhere along the way, I must have stepped in some gum. My motorcycle was stuck in some gum, I guess. I then managed to transfer it to my foot peg. my foot kept sticking to the peg, and I'm like, what is going on? So when I stopped this last time, or time before last, that's another story, I'll get to that in a second. So I need to find something, some grass, some dirt or something to try to get this stuff off. Still not off, but hopefully maybe it'll be a little bit better, but yeah, I gotta figure out how to get that off my foot peg once I get to some spot. Last gas station I got to was actually closed when I pulled in, and I was eagerly awaiting that stop, and I did check that out prior to. Problem was I literally left 3 hours late, 3.5 hours late actually, which I was hoping to leave at about 8 p.m. Didn't leave till about 11:30. I came down the road a little bit after I did a few things there in the dark by myself, pretty much, and came down to this Pilot. Love the Pilots and the Loves, 24-hour truck stops, gotta love those. Doing a couple things, and I'm gonna get back on the road, so I'll see you at the next stop. Red Bull? Cool, absolutely. Check it out. Sun is coming up. It's about 6:20 a.m. and I'm about 2 hours away from the hotel. I got up from my nap right during rush hour, so I checked traffic, and it was thick, so I waited for it to calm down a bit before I ventured out. I'm about to head out for the beginning of the second part of this, what hopefully will be the bun burner. Are you sure about that? Weather is actually working in my favor. It is overcast, though. It's cloudy. It poured down rain earlier, but it's not supposed to rain anymore. Junior's ready to go. He's doing all right. Let me go get gassed up, and we'll get on our way. Cool. All right. It is about 7:40 p.m. About to get started on this burner-esque. Hopefully all will go well. The weather seems to be warm, so that means bun burner-esque, huh? Can you hear my hesitation there? As I took in some of the sights of the Indianapolis area, this is when I finally embraced the fact that my body was not rested enough to complete the full bun burner challenge this time. So I decided to abort the mission, and I headed straight back to the Cincinnati area to the hotel. This turned the next day into an entire day of rest and rejuvenation to get ready for my almost 8-hour return ride back to Maryland. I slept in as late as I could and then decided to venture out for a meal before returning back to the bed. All right. Lunchtime. right, I'm on my way home. Let the return trip begin. Had a good time. Had a nice restful day yesterday and a nice meal. About to head back. Got about 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours to go to get to Athens. I'm going to swing through the Athena Ride for Women conference and check out some people there, say hello. First year I'm not actually attending and or working it, so I'm going to stop here and say hello to some people. And then I'm going to hit the road from there. It'll be about another 5.5 hours or so to get home from there. Weather is looking good. It's still overcast, which is great because the temperatures obviously are hot. Junior's ready. Got an extra bag of laundry strapped to the bag. But we're good to go. I gassed up last night, so getting right on the road. I'll talk to you on the road later. Breakfast of champions. Yeah, have some. I always like to stop and enjoy a thing or two along the journey. It helps to keep things interesting, break up the monotony, and adds to the overall experience. This beautiful place is Cooper's Rock in West Virginia. Back to the grind of getting back to Maryland. I had a really nice time, even though I didn't complete the full bun burner challenge, and I didn't make it to 3 of the 5 stops that I had planned on getting to on this journey. But I did learn a lot about myself. I think each trip you learn something. So I did learn a number of things that will help me prepare for the next attempt. Now I'm speeding this up for you, but this clownage went on for way too long. There was no excuse for this. There was nobody in front of these trucks. I don't know what they were thinking, what they were doing, if they were in cahoots or what, but this was totally unprofessional and disrespectful to everybody backed up behind them. There were more cars behind me backed up and nobody could get by. Not cool. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope you will check out some of my other videos and join me for the next one. Take care.